Let's talk about Rivian's secret weapon that's no one's talking about really, but we all know about it. It's Amazon. Amazon had invested in Rivian a significant amount. And, this is not just a cash injection. This could be one of those big things that make Rivian compete and maybe even beat Tesla and many other manufacturers, within the next 2 or 3 years as they go in production. So let me tell you 5 different ways how I think Amazon can really, really push Rivian on top in many different categories coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric! Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. And of course, thank you to all of my Patreons for supporting this channel. If you want to become a part of this community, my Patreon community, the only place where you can watch this live, there's a link in the description of this video. All right, so let's talk about Rivian. And as you guys know, in the last this year along, it's weird because they literally just went public in terms of got out of their stealth mode. I don't mean like IPO on New York Stock Exchange in December, and they made such a huge splash where it was very rare that even Tesla fans were kind of like, whoa, Rivian is something. And that's very rare where you can tear Tesla fans away from Tesla and start paying attention to something new and something exciting. And on top of that, obviously, Rivian is going to be coming to market with their pickup truck before Tesla. So they already have a big advantage. But this year, they got two major investors. One of them is Ford, which, obviously is going to help them with so many things as far as manufacturing is concerned. And Rivian is going to be helping them making a truck. But another investor is Amazon. And that's not a joke. When you get Amazon, to not just give you money, but become obviously a major partner, that's where things can really turn around. So I wanted to talk about 5 different ways how I think Amazon is going to really, really help Rivian that I think a lot of people don't really even, of course we don't know because a lot of this are not announced, and I don't even know if it's going to happen. But I would be shocked if a Rivian will not learn and acquire some of this amazing things that Amazon has figured out in the last 20 years. All right, so let's start with number one, and to me it's Amazon Echo Auto. Now, this is something that a lot of other cars are either already have or will have. BMW has that already. Buyten and Audi and a few other cars will have it in the future, and it's essentially a way for you to communicate with your car by voice. But of course, it's going to be connected to the rest of your Amazon universe, and you'll be able to turn the lights on and off or your garage door on and off with your voice as you come to your house or you leave your house, and you'll be able to control a lot of stuff outside of your car, but also including the car. As you know, we are definitely moving forward to the voice activation and voice communication, and this is one of the leading software out there, right? It's Amazon and basically Google. And I know Tesla has its own, but these guys are just complete giants in this in this particular technology. Now, I don't know if you know, but yesterday, finally, the Amazon Echo Auto, just a simple add-on, went on sale, and I think right now it's like half off, so $25. I just got mine literally in the mail today. I'm gonna put it in my vault and gonna test it out and do a review. So you can literally now connect it to any cars. They've already had 4 or 5 different devices like this from Amazon and from other brands that had Amazon Echo Auto, but this is their latest devices, and I'm really excited about it. But Rivian, I can't imagine them not taking advantage of that and not implementing that into their trucks and into their cars. All right, the number 2 one, and really this is not even in terms of priority. I mean, they're all equally amazing. Before I tell you what it is, let me quickly remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by Buyten. It also is going to have Amazon Echo Auto in it, but many, many other things, including this amazing shared screen monitor. And starting at only $45,000 coming to the US and Europe next year. Join myself and 50,000 other people who already reserved ours. It's $0 to reserve one in about 60 seconds of your time. So go to the description of this video to do just that. All right. So the number two, which could easily be number one, way how Rivian I think can really really compete. And I was just talking to Eli Burton in my segment with them earlier today. Is the Amazon store and there, Amazon store. I don't know why I got a wrong graphics, but now you know what's coming next. Amazon store. It's an app store that's already been functioning for a long time. And one of the things that I know Elon Musk was talking to Ryan McCaffrey last weekend about was exactly that, creating an app store. Now, Elon believes that the fleet, which is now about 500,000 Teslas, is not big enough to do that, but I don't agree. I think that even the fleet of 20 or 30,000 cars would be good enough, especially because it's enhancing the car. Apps is something that, my goodness, I'm just not really good with my visuals today. But this is a Ryan with Elon for that interview. But so the apps is something that helped Apple to basically kind of skyrocket their iPhone. I know iPhone was already an amazing device, but the fact that you could do all these apps and developers jump right in there and develop so many amazing apps, that's what really made iPhone that amazing and really set it aside from the competition. And I think the same thing can happen whichever manufacturer will actually implement it. And here, they don't have to do it from scratch like Tesla would. They can just take an existing Amazon store and implement it into their car. Obviously, it would be easy if they decide to go with Android as an operating system. They might have chosen one already. Maybe I have missed that, but that would probably be a smart choice as well. So doing Tesla, doing App Store ahead of Tesla may just be one of those advantages where people will say, I'm gonna go with Rivian. So that's number two. Now, another thing that I know that Amazon does extremely well is deliveries. And, don't forget, they don't just deliver this little devices right here. They deliver humongous pieces, including furniture and so forth, in some cases bigger than cars. And, as you know, deliveries has been a problem for Tesla. As a matter of fact, Elon has been addressing this very recently in his internal email to his employees, saying how deliveries is been basically, kind of setting them back in many, especially with revenues and delayed revenues. So Amazon does that really, really good. And don't forget, it's not just about deliveries of the cars, which I'm sure Amazon can help with. It's just even logistics and equipment and so forth. But, parts, delivering parts to either the distribution centers or body shops on top of the stuff that you can just basically buy from them in the store just for your car. So that's extremely important. So the next one is the freaking store that they have. And this is where, Audi actually already did this, where, if you're buying an Audi e-tron, you are able, they partner up with Amazon in more ways than just the Amazon Echo Auto. You can buy a charger for your e-tron and have it installed. So you're kind of using Amazon as part of the customer service environment that Audi has. Same thing can easily happen with Rivian. And I'm not talking about just chargers. I mean, just like I said, they have this mobile kitchen that you can kind of install, and I'm sure there will be a lot of other things that they're going to be able to sell that will go into that space, into that hall that they have. The tunnel, I think they call it, in their car that everyone's just peeing their pants over. So that could be sold there. Obviously, different parts and add-ons and just so many different things. Partnership with Amazon is the key to that, where it's going to be making it much easier than for other brands to have that presence. So, and let me mention something else, and this is my number 5, but it could also be number 1 because it's me who left the Tesla brand, at least for now, because of their horrible customer service. And yet Amazon has one of the best around. And I gotta tell you, I am surprised that their customer service is as good as it is right now, because it's kind of known that the customer service is really good when a company is in its early stages. Obviously, that's how they earn business. But with Amazon, even though they're gigantic, they're so huge, they don't technically have to have this excellent customer service. People will probably still shop with them anyway, and yet they do. Their customer service is just freaking excellent. And I'm very active on Amazon. I buy a lot of stuff from them, and obviously there are issues here and there. And I have to say I'm kind of a high demanding customer, and every time I need something from them, it is so easy to get a hold of them so fast, and they solve your problems just so easily. It's a joy to have a problem with Amazon, right? And customer service is that something like whenever there is another brand that's competing with Tesla, and people say, well, Tesla is a better car, so what is there to decide? Well, customer service and ownership experience actually is more important than the product itself for a lot of us, including myself. And this is one of those things where Amazon can really help. They already have the staff, they already have the ability and technology and a lot of other things that go into it, where they can easily share those resources, or at least show the way, show the how to do it the right way, so Rivian can have an amazing customer service that's scalable from day one. So I don't know why I haven't thought about this before, but this partnership with Amazon, just like it is with Ford, is a major thing. I know they're probably not going to be announcing stuff of anytime soon, but I bet they're working behind the scenes right now to implement so many amazing things that once this car's on the market. And I'm sure they will be coming up with other ones. I'm sure there's a sedan in the works somewhere. I'm sure there's a SUV in the works somewhere. And I don't mean the one that they have right now, like an adventure vehicle. I'm talking about more like a compact, a smaller crossover SUV. And my God, once they get rolling, and especially with all of this money that they're receiving, there is no stopping to them. It is absolutely amazing. They're my second most favorite brand right now as far as electric cars is concerned. Buyten is still number one, even though their Buyten may be missing some of the things that Rivian has. But for many other reasons, Buyten is still my number one. And I'm not saying it because they're sponsors. It's actually they're sponsors because I think they're my most favorite brand. So nevertheless, I am so excited about Rivian. All of the right moves. If you want to watch an interview that I had with RJ, their CEO, at their very unveiling and in LA. You can see it in my library, and also don't forget to get on my VIP list where we send a bonus story to you guys every Saturday. Of course, there's a deal of the month where you get $50 off this lighted T for Model 3. That's one of the most popular items in the Evanex store. And of course, I'm looking forward to your comments. All right. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. And remember to stay charged.